Domaine du Moulin will be our first producer from the Gaillac region of France. That's down in Southwest. You know, it really helps bolster and grow our presence and legitimacy in the Southwest corner of France there, growing the regions of Gaillac, Cahors, Madiran, really creating its own identity in our portfolio, and the authenticity of Nicolas's wines at Domaine du Moulin will really help bolster that. So the newest member of the KVIC team here, I'll let Nicolas take it away.
So, hello everybody. Thank you to give me the chance to be in the Kindred family. So I will present my winery and myself. So I'm the 6th generation of winemaker in my family. The 7th generation, there is two, but there are 2 babies to come back now. Now it's harvest time for us. So we will finish in 1 week. So tomorrow we start the sweet wine, and in 2 days we finish the Florentin cuvée with Brocol grape. So it's a very busy time, but there is lots of sun, so it's good. It's a very good year. We had no problem with ice, storm ice, and in February very cold, so all is good. So we are very happy by this year. We speak about where is Gaillac, but you have to know that Gaillac is southwest, but it's very close from Languedoc. So we have the climate. The climate is very strange because we are at 2 hours from the sea, 2 hours and a half from the ocean, 2 hours from the mountains, Pyrenees mountain, and 2 hours from the Massif Central mountain. To explain, we are at 3 hours and a half from Barcelona. So it's very, it's a climate where it's very hot in July and August, but it's green because there is oceanic influence, but hot because it's Mediterranean influence. So it's perfect weather for wine. It's a part of France really unknown by lots of people, but for me it's a part of France where there is the more important type of grape, original grape. So a lot of time we speak about Bordeaux, about Merlot and Cabernet, but we have to know that Merlot and Cabernet came from Southwest. So we have so many grapes typical of the area in Southwest. I know that you know Madiran with Tanat, but in Gaillac there is six type of grape different and unique in Gaillac. So it's very original. And Southwest, it's lots of small area, but it's area of wine, but it's very, in France, it's very old area of wine. So we made the wine before Bordeaux. But the problem, if you see Gaillac, it's on river, near a river, and all the wine go in England by the river. It's a town river, and after go to Toulouse, and Toulouse go in a Garonne river, and after go to Bordeaux, and Bordeaux takes the ocean, took the ocean and go to England. But in the past, it was very important to have the access to the ocean. So Bordeaux closed all the access and developed the wine, and us, we have to wait. But now it's by boat, so it's more easy. That's why they develop and we lose some time to develop in Gaillac. I don't know what I can say. We can speak about soil in Gaillac. There is 3 types of soil in Gaillac. First, it's clay and calcium. The other soil is gravels from the river, and the other soil is clay, only clay. So I've got 2 parts, gravels and clay and calcium, and maybe in 2 years I will have the last part with all calcium. So I've got 20 hectares on one side of the river on clay and calcium, and 20 hectares in other side and in gravels. So all the white wines are on clay and calcium, and red wine are gravels and clay and calcium. All look south. All look south. There is a very important part for the wind. Here it's a vent d'automne. It's a very hot wind, so it's very interesting for not to have disease when there is, and for the maturity of the grape. We can speak about the grape. So we have 3 grapes typical of in white wine and 3 grapes typical in red wine. So in white wine, it's first the Mosaic. Mosaic will have it's a unique grape for ancestral method. So we speak after about this method. It's sparkling, and after we have Loendeleuil and Onding. So it's for white grape, and for red grape, more important is Brocol. I saw the paper Fer Servado. It's the same. In the book, it's Fer Servado, but in Gaillac we speak about Brocol. And after we have Duras. It's completely different than Côte du Duras in France. Côte du Duras is with Merlot and Cabernet, but Duras is because it's very hard to prune the grape, the plant. So they say dur, and hard in French is dur. So that's why it's Duras. And after it's Prunella. So 6 grape, very, very typical of the area. There is this grape is only in Gaillac. I remember that 5 years ago, Mondavi asked me for bottles of Florentine to have Brocol. So maybe there is a Brocol in California now. I don't know. But it's very typical, very different, and very interesting for the customer because lots of time it's Merlot or Pinot, and that it's grape, very unique with aromas unique and interesting to taste. I saw that there is a name of town. Gaillac is the center with all the vineyards near, but there is a very beautiful city which name is Cordes-sur-Ciel. It's a very old city, and the more important near at 20 kilometers from Gaillac, it's Albi, and Albi is at UNESCO city, so there are lots of people to come the part of Albi. It's a very beautiful town, just near the river. And from southwest, it's rice, as we are the largest producing appellation. So now it's 10,000 hectares, but in AOP it's only 4,000 hectares. I don't know. Oh, my winery. Okay. So I started to speak about my winery. So 20 hectares on gravels, 20 hectares on clay and calcium. I've got all the grape varieties typical of Gaillac. I've got other varieties like Syrah, Merlot, Sauvignon, Muscadel, little of Tanat. I've got now like 40 hectares. It's enough, lots of work. And we are an independent wine grower and very, very proud to be an independent wine grower. So from the soil to the customer, it's a political philosophy of of my winery. It's a very old family in Gaillac, and the philosophy is always to make high quality wine, or every year very good. So we make lots of work in the vineyards, because the work for us is not in the cellar but in the vineyards to have good grape. I've got 10 hectares in organic wine. In France, it's impossible to put organic if all the winery is not in organic. But in the future, I think all the winery will be in organic. So now the Florentin cuvée, it's always in organic. But the other, we make it's the same. We make nothing, and every year we put more hectare. So it's my philosophy. I want to be inorganic in the future. For us, it's very important to show the unique personality of each grape of this area. So that's why the sparkling, it's Mosaic, 100% Mosaic. So it's we will speak about this wine. And Florentin, it's 100% Brocol. And it's very interesting taste when it's 100%. And after the Vieille Vigne Blanc and Vieille Vigne Red, it's Sauvignon, Coin de l'Œil, and Little Ondink, and the other is Brocol and Merlot. So you saw the soil. So soil completely different. We are not in Châteauneuf-du-Pape, we are in Gaillac. You have to know that I took the risk to put density like Grand Cru Classé. So there is lots of plants in the vineyards, like 7,000 plants for 1 hectare. In Gaillac it's 4,000, so like a double. So lots of work with high quality wine. So in the left it's clay and calcium. So you use lots of clay, and the white part it's calcium. And on the right it's gravel side. It's not flat, all gravel side is 20% high, so it's not easy to work, but it's very interesting soil. So only red wine on gravel side, because white wine have not enough acidity. We prefer on clay and calcium for that. And clay and calcium we put red wine and all the white wine, dry white wine and sweet. I work on another soil, but in the future we speak in 5 years or with lots of calcium, so it will be another adventure. So you saw the harvest by hand on a high density vineyards. So here it's the part of the left, it's Brocol, and the part where the people are, it's Syrah. So on the left, that made the Florentin. It's one of the fields who makes the Florentin cuvée, and the right, it's another cuvée now, who is not in the market now, but it will be in the market in the future, and with the quality of La Tire. So not the same wine, but the same quality. So it's a very hard work, and it's a future cuvée, which name is Cinto. So it's in bottle now, and will be on the market in maybe 3 or 4 months. It's my cellar now. But we make harvest by hand and by mechanic. So I've got 12 person by hand and a mechanic. Why all the high quality is by hand, and you need sometime mechanic, because when the weather change, we need to go very fast. So it's very interesting. So that's my cellar. So So it's very nice to see tank, but I'm not. I don't like so much a tank. For me, it's the grape is more important. So it's just tank. There is no I don't know, orange tree on type of production. If I've got very good grape, it's very easy to make wine. So I prefer work on a grape. So here in Gaillac, the more important is to have something to, because it's very normally in September, October, it's very hot. So we have to cold a little the wine, because dry white wine, it's at 20 degrees temperature of fermentation. So we have to stop the temperature at 20 degrees. But that's all. After I don't like technique, industrial technique. So nothing. That it's my windmill. So it's a future project, because I want to. You saw that now it's not a windmill. It's a house for pigeon, because in my area they change a lot of. There is a lot of house of pigeon. So they changed the windmill in house of pigeon, but I want to come back in windmill and make like a bed and breakfast into. So it's a future project of the domain. It's near the vineyards on the gravel side. So I hope one day you will come in Gaillac and see all my winery, my soil, and see me. So on the last photo, it's typical in end of October, November. It's in clay and calcium side, so it's right side of the river. It's my winery. It's the name of this part here where we are. It's Little Tuscany, because it's not very high, but it's all the level always change, and it's very beautiful. And that's the part where I've got 20 hectares. The first photo on the right, the same. You can see that there is just 4 grapes on a plant, and it's high density plantation. After, in the middle, small photo, it's gravel side with a city which name is Florentin, and the last one, it's on the right side, calcium. So it's sort of completely different style of wine. It's very interesting. It's only at 20 kilometers one part from the other part. And for us, it's very interesting, because when there is a problem of ice, I don't know the name in English, but ice storm, if all it's near the winery, you lose all. And if you have one part at 20 kilometers and other, there is problem on one, but never on 2. So you can have some grape to make wine. So that's high density plantation. It's an organic field. To be honest, that it's not grape, because I enjoy it a lot. So it's the same methods like Florentin, just 4 grapes for each plant. So lots of work. You can see grape on the floor, because we make green harvest if there is necessary to make green harvest, to have just 4 grapes on a plant. So after, it will be very good wine, and it's a part of the new cuvée which I made Cinto. It's this field there, and all the field looks south, and it's clear and calcium. Now that is Florentin. That is Florentin city. It's gravels, and you have to know that we change. I come back. I worked in California in 2002, during 6 months, and after I come back, and I changed lots of in the vineyard. So I put off and plant 25 hectares on all the winery, so we changed a lot. So this photo, we change the vineyards now, and it's all is broccoli now in this place. It's baby broccoli now. So we will have on this field the first vintage in 2 years, because this vineyard doesn't exist now. That is my winery. It looks very big, but we spoke about like 12 grapes different, 6 from Gaillac and 6 from near Gaillac. And you have to know that we have 12 or more than 12 wine different. And so if you don't want to mix the soil, it's impossible to make a sparkling, like a sweet wine, like a rosé, like a dry white wine, like a red wine. So I have never enough tank, not big, but lots of small tank to separate all my production. And after I can mix or not, I can play and I can play. So I need lots of place, and I sell middle of my production directly here at the cellar for my customer. So there is a beautiful place to welcome them, and I got a place to like a seminar place for. There is company who came here to make, I don't know the name in English, want to work and after taste. So we have a place for that. I got a place to welcome journalists too. So it's a good cellar. It's very easy to work, and it's a cellar under the floor. So all the barrels are under the floor. You can play football on the top, and it's very fresh because we cut the mountain to make the cellar. The wine, very important. So I'm very happy that wine arrived. That it's ancestral method. It's mosaic grape. I think you will enjoy this wine because it's so easy to understand. It's mosaic just have one aroma. It's apple, so it's very easy for customer. It's very fresh. It's just open, drink, enjoy. It's not to wait like champagne 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's for party, for the beginning of the dinner. It's perfect. Ancestral methods. There is only 3 ancestral methods in France: Die, Clairette de Die, Blanquette de Limoux, and Gaillac. It's because we make this wine there is no dosage, nothing. So we start the fermentation, and when we have the level of alcohol and sugar, we put the yeast very cold, so they stop to work, and we put in bottles and put the temperature at 11 degrees, so the yeast start again and burn the sugar and make the gas. So that's why there is sparkling. So there is no liquor, nothing. It's natural. And I think there is a very good future for this wine because for marketing for something it's very easy to sell. And I've got very good feedback from US from this wine. So that's just my dry white wine, the VAB. So it's Sauvignon and Wendeley, and now with Onding, because I've got lots of, now I got a field of 1 hectare of Onding. It's a very old grape and very interesting. It's a wine you can drink now, but you can wait 6, 7 years. So it's a baby now. It's perfect for chicken, for fish and sauce, and for all spicy food. I think Indian food, I don't know, Maghrebian food, or curry. I don't know the name in English. I don't know if it's curry, but it's perfect for that. It's not a light, dry white wine. It's strong. It's very round. It's dry, but very round because we make the fermentation barrels and we are bottling like Burgundy, Gaillac in Burgundy, and it stays in barrels 10 months. And the Sauvignon is different in style than in north of France because we are more sun here, so the aromas are completely different. Vin Rouge, so it's all is made in Guaul side. It's a very interesting wine for family. It's the most successful wine I've got in my cellar. I said lots of this wine. It's very good point price, I think, and it all came from Guaul side. It's perfect wine for family and Sunday with beef, with I don't know. It's strong, but for me not very strong. It's medium body. It's not. It's round, very round. It's not light. There is lots of color, but it's not like young Malbec or a young Madian. It's more easy to drink. You can drink now, but you can keep 10 years and more. So Gaillac, it's interesting because there is a good access on wine when they are young. So you can wait, but you can drink. And now we know that customers are very afraid to keep the wine. They want to drink now, so but they want that they can wait too. So it's not easy. But this one you can drink and wait. So that's why it's a good success. In France, it's my best success. Florentin Cuvée. So it's my best wine, but now we will have another cuvée, but now it's my best wine. It's very interesting wine. It's 100% Bocaux, lot of work in a vineyard. It's strong but very elegant wine. I tasted yesterday in one bottle. You can drink now, but you can wait more than Vin, so it's very interesting. Bocaux have one aromas. Important is black currant. It's the aromas of Bocaux. And Bocaux is not a very easy grape because it's like Cabernet. When you don't have the maturity, it's green, it's vegetable, it's horrible. So you need to make lots of work in your vineyards. And it's the last grape we cut for the harvest. So it's very long wine. Very good for customer who like the wine, good restaurant. It's perfect. And we are more successful about this wine. You saw one enthusiast. I'm waiting for the note of Jeb Donek, who very like this wine too. So I'm the only Southwest he make a note, so I'm waiting for. For him it's very difficult because he don't know Southwest, so he decided to put me in Bordeaux. So I said nothing. I'm so happy to be in Jeb Donek with Jeb Donek. So maybe that will be not for you the more important sale of bottles, but I think it's a very good picture of my winery and very good picture of the area. And for the person who likes the wine, they will be very happy. So I started to speak about that. I've got 10 hectares in organic, and every year I put more and more. So the philosophy, I don't like to put something in my vineyards like I don't like to put something in my wine. So I believe in my wine, I believe in my field. So less I put, more I'm happy. And when you make that, your wine have a good balance, and we can speak about soil and terroir. If you don't respect the terroir, you have no balance, and the wine don't have identity. And for me, in the future, if you don't have identity in the world, you're dead. Because there is lots of wine on the market, so you have to be different. And wine have to smell your soil and not smell the yeast. So so family winery, two soil completely different, southwest, very close from Languedoc. Lots of grape typical of the area, and it's unique in France. I think you choose a very good selection on my winery, because dry white wine, sparkling red wine, and my best wine. And we try to make the best to put less and less and less thing in vineyards and in the cellar. So the philosophy is always to make good wine, always go high, work to go high, but respect the soil and respect my area. If you have lots of questions, don't worry, but speak slowly, because sometimes I don't understand all.
Any questions for Nicolas right now? No, that's very, seems like a very good presentation then. Yeah, thank you very much, Nicolas. And then just to remind everybody that Nicolas will be in town during the early part of November. And we still have, a couple open dates. I know we've already booked 2 events. Kristen and Marissa have booked something up in East Lansing. Sean Sutton has done something up down at Republic in Detroit. So I'll make sure I get that revised list out to you to show any more open dates. But yeah, Nicolas is a great guy, very personable, very authentic, and so of course it's we're very excited to have him in the market to help launch his wine. So any more? If there's any other questions, you can email Nick or email ourselves over here. We can transfer that along. But yeah, Nick, thank you very much. Thank you again to Emily for setting this up, and we look forward to the next one. So thank you very much, Nicolas.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.